Calvin Martin, aka 50 Cent, aka Shamik Allah, once told someone I'm going to die before the year is out, either during a police chase, a shootout, or someone's just going to kill me, and that's why I'm living life to the fullest. Now, you heard several different stories on how he got his name, but tonight, we'll put all the BS to the rest. Or y'all could just believe what y'all want. But he got his name when he first moved to Fort Greene and he started hanging with dudes. He started hanging with a dude that called himself 90 Cent that ended up doing the dub behind bars. Now, this was back when people had mentors. Nowadays, you can't tell these youngins nothing. That was back when he wanted to be like somebody. 50 Cent wanted to be like 90 Cent. And on that path, he became one of the known gunslingers in Brooklyn. People like to call him the hood version of Billy the Kid because of his quick draw with a weapon. Being young, hated, and plenty of men wanted him dead. I mean, we all could agree that it's a very dangerous game he decided to be a part of. But what made him choose that route? Why did he choose being a stick-up kid over standing on the corner pitching? Well, he might have sold a drug or two, but that just wasn't his thing. Whether if he knew how to cook or even had the patience to learn. A lot of guys didn't even know how to cook the work properly, messing up the work, losing an X amount of money. Another thing is, you have to understand, everyone wasn't made to be an earner, and he damn sure wasn't one. Just like every drug dealer or stripper ain't rich. Yes, he might have had the nice gold Jetta, gold chains, nice cars, but he wasn't known for holding paper. Imagine fronting him some work. Do you really think you could count on someone like him to pay you back in a timely manner? Or even paying you at all? His idea would be, you have a gun, and he have a gun, and he liked his chances. So no, he wasn't a hustler. I mean, he watched a lot of hustlers get it. That's someone you didn't even want to be around. Especially when he started robbing everything moving. He even robbed and set up his own friends. And he became hated by many, like so many people. And he was changing the game. Guys couldn't even shop at Albee Square Mall without tucking their chains and holding on to their possessions tight because he would rob them. Like, you have to know what type of dude you were dealing with. He was a different type of beast. He once went on a robbery spree in broad day, hitting damn near every store in Myrtle Ave. He would black out and things wouldn't get too good. He would put himself in crazy situations where his own friends couldn't stop him or tell him anything. I mean, we're talking about a guy that found a way to get himself shot at the mall. Now, he was a follower of the 5% Nation. I mean, you had a bunch of guys out Fort Greene that they would all hold rallies outside of the projects. When he got to Rikers, he decorated his cell with 5% folktale art. Now, I know y'all probably heard stories about him getting whooped in jail, but that was nothing new. He was getting whooped on the streets also. But he also did some ass whooping himself. You can't win them all. There's a couple of times people, they had to go upside his head, but he took what came with it. He'd been shot numerous of times during failed kidnapping attempts and robberies that just went bad. Now, what was really his problem is that he didn't have any picks. Now, of course, you have some people that's going to say he knew who to mess with. Of course, he couldn't rob everyone, but besides that, he didn't care who you were and how much money you had, he'll try you. His main thing was to provide for himself by any means. Behind bars, he earned the respect from guys like Jimmy Henchman. He was shocked about the amount of war stories this little fella had at a young age. Now, of course, every stick-up kid has a favorite spot. His was the Latin Quarter Club. Rappers from all over the city would be seen stumbling in and out of that building, and he would be in the cut just ready to jam all of them. He would often party in that spot. Now, there's a story in 1987. He was in the building when the music stopped and the DJ called for a moment of silence for the recent death of Scott LaRock. Now, as the audience gets quiet, 50 Cent yells out, "Fuck that nigga." See, that just shows you how cold he was. No love at all. Knee deep in the game with no heart. He would even attend concerts just to rob people. He would hit concerts in Jersey to stick up all types of dudes. He would play the parking lots at the skating rinks. And if he saw something he wanted, he'll definitely go get it. Now, here's when things get dark. See, a lot of people laugh and talk about the stick-ups and robberies he used to pull on these rappers. He jammed, LL Cool J, Houdini, you have a couple of names. But what they don't talk about is how dangerous this man really was. I mean, he was a kid playing with guns at the age of 15. When a kid has a gun, it's 3 times as dangerous as an adult with one. As a kid, he would get quarters from the parking meters and would sometimes have target practice with him. He would take the quarters and have his friends throw them up in the air, and he would try to shoot the quarters. He was involved in activity that would just put him under the jail. Now, we could all talk about the first homicide as a teenager, or we could talk about the amount of times his gun went off when it wasn't supposed to. And that men in his crew didn't even want him to carry a gun because he was just that reckless. Now, if you really think someone of his size and voice could rob someone from Brooklyn without getting noticed, you out your mind. I mean, putting a ski mask on a guy that's 5'1" and has gold teeth wouldn't be hard to track. So with that being the case, he couldn't let certain guys walk out of that room. Murder was kind of necessary. He formed too many enemies for bloodshed. It's pretty hard for things to not be on sight. He just knew his days were numbered. Death was just on his conscience. He'd done a lot of bad things to some people he just couldn't turn back from. He had to stand on it and face it. Things were pretty hot, so he enlisted himself in the army. Now, that was actually the smartest thing he ever did, but unfortunately, he found a way to screw that up. He was given an honorable discharge, so he just messed something up that was really his only way out. I say this all the time. If you like playing with guns and shooting people, just join the army. But of course, things will catch up to him. His death was very ugly. I mean, to get hit with a shotgun shells, and a pistol, man, they really was there to get the job done. The way he was living, I really can't think of another way he could have died. Taking things from others, especially street dudes with a reputation to maintain. Like, I've yet to still bump into a street dude that didn't have an ego. But that's just how he was doing, man. He was out there being reckless. But shout out to all my supporters, man. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the comments. Let me know what you think of this video. Say what's up. And then you already know, man, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. And make sure y'all turn the notifications on so y'all don't miss out on the content. Check out the playlist. Check out my last couple of videos. Let's get the ball rolling, man. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. I'm out.